Hi, my name is Beck, and today I'm doing a spoiler-free review of Nevernight by J. Kristoff. Nevernight by J. Kristoff is a young adult fantasy, and it follows Mia Corvia, and she's on a revenge quest to murder the people who killed her family. But first, instead of murdering them, she goes to an assassin school to learn the tools of the trade. Even though this is marketed as a young adult book, when I read it I felt that it was kind of mature in its content. It does have explicit themes of sex, violence, and a lot of bloodiness at an assassin school. Even though J. Kristoff says that it's not a young adult novel, it kind of walks the cusp of being in the tone of a young adult novel whilst also leaning more towards adult. So it's a great stepping stone if you want to start to try more adult fantasy, bridging from young adult. Now, I know Jay's writing style in Nevernight has thrown some people a little bit, but I personally loved it. If you stick to this, I promise it gets so amazing. The first 50 to 100 pages is exploring Mia Corvia on her way to the assassin school, but once you hit the assassin school, you get introduced to all these amazing side characters with their own motivations, and I loved every single one of them, and they're all morally twisted, so you don't know whether they're going to help her or help themselves, and that's a dynamic that I really loved exploring in this book. Also, Mia can manipulate shadows, and in this world she's called a Darken, and Darken are quite rare, so we get to see her jumping in and out of shadows and becoming an assassin at this school. Mia also has a shadow cat named Mr. Kindly, and he's really blunt and sarcastic, and their banter really enriches the narration, and I loved reading about both of them. The footnotes in Jay's writing in Nevernight were absolutely brilliant. They've got such a sarcastic twist to them, but you don't have to read them if they throw you off. I know that some readers just get a bit jarred by having the narration and the footnotes at the bottom of the page. They do add a lot to the world building, and they're awesome to read alongside the narration, but if they're not your thing, then you definitely can skip them, and you don't need to worry about missing out on certain parts of the plot because they're separate to the narration. If you couldn't tell, I kind of love Nevernight. Just a little bit. If you love gritty, bloody, sarcastic fantasy, Nevernight is definitely the book for you, and I'd love for you to read it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're interested, I've got a written review for God's Grave in my description below, and I'll link it down there for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!